Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. How you doing? This is PTP, People to People, Power to Power, Positive Thinking People. I hope everybody had a real comfortable day at home. I know that it is a little rough because we are locked in, and but God is good. You know, hopefully everybody is healthy and have food, and you know we still have jobs, and we're able to network with our family that's in the house with us and so forth and so on. My breathing is a little radical because we be rushing to try to be on time and make sure that we do what we do. So, you know, I welcome everybody that tunes in. Please know that this is about us. This is not about me. This is about us. People to people, me, you, and them, power to power. The information I try to share to empower you, to help you to just think about things that you naturally deal with. You know, for all the haters, get off me. You know, that's all I can say, because I deal with positive thinking people. That's PTP. People to people, power to power, positive thinking people. So, when you be chiming in, feel free to say anything, you know, just to comment on the conversation, because the only reason why I am not really responding because I can't see what you're writing. I can see people tuning in and everything, but I can't see the writing, so I'm not ignoring you. I welcome everyone. Today topic is still going to be on relationship. I got somebody real special that stopped by, and they're going to join me, and I'm really, really excited about that. Something that I wanted to point out. Okay, y'all see this? This is the talk show that we had. It was Rodney Grimes, Real Talk with Rodney Grimes, and my co-host was Alice Williams. Okay, we are still looking for people to tune in on that broadcast, which you can do on YouTube. Put in Rodney Grimes PTP, and it'll pop up. Check out the shows that we did. They were very, very good. Especially the first one when Alice and Tina was on there as my special guest, and also Miss Darlene Smith. So the reason why I wanted to give another shout out to that is because the ratings that we get continue, and it helps us to keep going forward, and I'm excited about that. And so that's a real, real good thing. So again, if you can, you go on YouTube, you put in Rodney Grimes PTP, it would pop up. And you can check out some of the talk shows that we did. That was so amazing, and it was a blessing. And it lasts for a short period, but I don't throw negativity out there. So you know, I just figured God has something else bigger and better planned. So I'm going to continue today on relationship, and my guest is here. And what I'm going to do is ask my guest to come on in and join me. How you doing? Come on in. All right. Hey, everybody. This is my guest.
Hello.
This is Miss Zena Michelle Grimes, who I nicknamed Bobcat. Okay?
That's my panther.
And I am the Panther. Okay? So, you know, what we do, we try to do everything with respect. And we do, I listen to a lot of what you tell me. So, as we get comfortable, I got a little bit of cheese and grapes and everything. I even got a little bit of wine. You don't mind if I pour you a glass of wine?
Not at all.
Okay, I'm going to pour you a little glass of wine right here. And,
Here.
okay. Yeah, and I'm going to pour me a glass. There we go. And I just sit this back here. Now I'm not trying to influence anybody to do anything with talking about drinking and drugging and all that. This is some wine, some cheese and grapes, and this is what me and my wife, we do this on a regular. Mm-hmm. So you know, I just thought, being that I was going to have you on as my guest today,
That's sweet.
I am so excited. And this is what's so funny. Zena, she hates being in the spotlight. She will walk beside me. She will walk behind me. But she very rarely would try to get in front of me. And it's not because she's being submissive. She's just being obedient. And when I say obedient, when you look in the Bible, first of all, they say a man who finds a good wife has found a good thing. And she knows her place. And it's also in relationship, it's important that the man know his place too. So being that we are in a situation where we are really kind of stuck in with our mates and partners and so forth and so on, I decided after talking to my wife that I wanted to follow up on relationship today. And then also I want to again give a shout out to Miss Alice. She gave me some strong pointers yesterday, so I'm hoping she's tuning in to see that I paid attention. And we appreciate her so much. And that's what I'm talking about, supporting as well in relationships. We supposed to support each other. We have all type of relationships, not just a marriage, but we talking about relationship with God, relationship on your job, relationship with your children, relationships with your neighbors, with your animals, everything. You have relationships, and those are so very important. So as I wind down a little bit, I will start to get my wife to jump in and see if I can get her to talk, because she again it took a lot.
It did take a lot.
It took a lot for me to get her to join in today.
It's not me.
But
we want to thank a few people for joining us. I see Felicia Harrison, Mayana, Rachel, Mark Durrett, Millie, Mildred is here, and Monte, Tay, Gwen Pratt, which is my hairdresser. Thank you, Gwen.
Hey, shout out to Gwen. Let me tell y'all.
I need you.
Yeah, Gwen, I know you've been wondering where she been. I'm stashing it because she's going to have to come. Gwen Pratt, one of the, is Hands in Motion.
Yes.
I'm trying to tell you, in Alexandria, Virginia, yo, this woman skills with her hands when she touch your head is amazing, okay? So I'm just letting you know, you definitely want to also, that's another relationship. You got your relationship between the barber and the customer, and then you got the relationship between the females and the hairstylists. Those are relationships you have to work on too. Always looking out, and making sure that you want to see everybody succeed.
Yes.
Again, so the topic today is about relationship. First of all, if I can I toast you a little bit and just say, I thank you so much for joining me today. You are beautiful.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much. Yeah, to you. Yeah. That's good. So that's another thing. In relationships, you learn how to do all kinds of things. So my wife has taught me how to start to enjoy wine with cheese and grapes, and then that's something that, I partake, and I do it with a pleasure, and I do it with caution so that I don't consume too much. But so I just want to share a little bit about relationship. I don't want it to be totally just about me, the Panther, and the Bobcat, okay? Right. What I want it to be is about us, all of us. We're talking about different things that we do to help us be good to one another. The young lady, somebody said a quote the other day, and my wife said it to me after we had got off the air, and I was just so amazed that sometimes the little things that you say can mean so much. What did she say?
Her name is Susan Pritchett, very good friend. She said, understanding is real when you both listen to each other.
Could you say that one more time?
Understanding is real when you both listen to each other. Okay.
So when my wife told me that, she was like, oh, listen to what Susan put on there, I was like, oh, that is so powerful. She didn't have to say a lot, but it meant so much. And in relationships, you got to understand that you got to look at your partner and understand that you're not right all the time. Sometimes you have to back up and say, you know what? Hey, I was just in a bad mood, and, I apologize. I'm sorry, because you are not right all the time. And when I say you, I'm talking Rodney Grimes. Rodney Grimes, you're not right all the time. Sometimes I have to go back in the pot. Matter of fact, let me tell you something else. My wife, she got on me yesterday after I got off. Every time that I talk about a confession and certain things, I have a tendency to talk about women. And so after we got off the air yesterday, my wife said, "Baby, why do you always, when you say something about relationship and this and that, you got to talk about females?" And so I didn't really understand until I kind of sat back and thought about it, so I apologize to you because I didn't mean no disrespect.
And I know that.
But these are things that in a relationship that you got to learn, because I got to be open for her to tell me some of the things that may not go well. This is my wife, so I got to watch how I treat her and how I conduct myself. And if every time I constantly coming out as women, somebody would get the wrong impression and assume that that's all I think about. Now, in my defense, I'm a professional photographer, so I love seeing beautiful people, not beautiful women, beautiful people. Let me change that, because see, that would have got me in trouble if I had said women first. I like beautiful men, beautiful children, flowers, rocks, birds, deers, dogs. Hey, if it's beautiful, I love it. But as I thought about that, I said, I love when you correct me. When you correct me, because you do that to help me.
And that is why we have our confession. And it works for us. It may not work for everybody, but we do have people that we share it with, and they've tried it, and it works for them as well. But when we go into confession, we cannot get angry or anything like that. We can say what we want, and it helps us to come up with ways to make ourselves better and more respectful to our marriage. Exactly,
to one another. So when we use the word confession, which I'll give you just a little scenario on how it works, confession. I apologize for, I know I always talk about females, and that's something that I got to learn how to do. And, it's just that I love women. I do. I love women. But, after talking to you, I don't have to express that all the time like I just did just now, right? But, I just wanted to let you know that I think that it was something that I picked up yesterday. I appreciate that. How you feel about that, though?
I feel better that we discussed it, and even though we had already talked about it, it helped us to improve and to know that we can come to each other and we don't have to get angry. Even though we do it's tough. It gets hard sometimes, and we may go into confession. But the good thing in the end is that we come up with resolution on making it better and to improve, so that our marriage will continue to grow.
Yeah. See, what you got to understand in a relationship, it's like you watering it. It's a seed. The relationship in many cases be young, but like trees and different flowers and stuff, they just continue to grow. The roots keep growing and growing because you feed it, and if you feed it properly, then it grows and becomes real strong. And that's the same thing you do with relationships. You feed them and they become real strong. And so, that's one of the things that I got real excited about as we've been moving forth in our relationship, that what we do is we just acknowledge each other with respect. Let me tell you something else that's very amazing with us. We also have, every Friday is date night. Every Friday. Nobody comes between our Friday except God. And God don't come between it because he's in it. Because we put him first. On every Friday, whether we're at work or whatever, we can't make a commitment to do anything that's not including both of us and that we don't discuss. So, I'm the real talkative one. So you see, my wife is over here. She just nodding. I'm trying to lure her in. Come on, babe. But so, how did you feel about date night? What does it do?
I love date night. It works, and I noticed that there are a lot of other people that are doing it as well. We just decide what we're gonna do, and that's what we do. We stick to it. I can't make any changes without consulting him to make sure it's okay with him, and it's vice versa. And we may decide to go out to dinner or whatever. We may do it at home. And due to what's going on in the world today, we've been having it at home, sitting here, drinking wine, eating cheese, watching a movie, or putting wood in the fireplace, just doing different things. So that's something that we committed to ourselves, and we continue to doing it, and we love it.
And it works because even when we're mad, and don't get this wrong, we be mad. Mm-hmm. I'm stubborn. I could be walking through here not speaking.
Lord.
So if we mad on Wednesday and I ain't speak to you on Thursday, guess what? When Friday come, I gotta say something because it's date night. We made that promise, and so on that time she'll come to me and she'll say, "Well, what we doing today?" And me with my stubborn self, I say, "I don't know what you want to do," but I got to do it with her. You know, and she might just walk up and say, "Stop being mean," and then give me a kiss. I melt like butter, and we keep it going.
And in the end, it's just a wonderful.
We
just have a wonderful time.
Yeah. So please, like I said, what I'm trying to get people to understand is relationships are something that you have to work on. Let me tell you this. Me and my wife also have our own Bible. Where's yours, baby? Right? And this is what we do sometimes. We'll lay in the bed and we'll pick the Bible up and we'll talk about some things, and then we'll just open it up and go to something and just start to read, and we'll be like, oh my God. You know, it's funny. I don't care what it is, whether you're having an orgasm or somebody hits you in your eye, the first thing you say is, oh my God. Right? real talk. Come on now. Keep it real. And when I open up this book and then I see something that's telling me how to be a better man, how to deal with my problems, how to treat my wife, how to treat my children, how to treat my friends, how to treat my pastor, how to treat my God, I say, oh, babe, this is amazing. Yes. Which it builds on our relationship.
Yes, it does.
And so you got to remember, the relationship is this comes with everything. I know. I hope ain't no young people. I'm talking about sexually too. Let me explain something to you. When I first met my wife, I'm not gonna go into all that. You know, I did that the other day. But one of the things that I allowed her to do is to tell me her deepest fantasies. Boy, some of the stuff she told me blew my mind. And boy, when she allowed me to tell her minds, she probably looked at me and said, "This fool crazy."
He's crazy.
Some of the stuff I told her, I thought I might want to try.
Be careful what you ask for.
But let me tell you, the most fascinating thing about that was she was able to open up to me and tell me things that was her personal desires. And as a man, I didn't get mad. Because some of them, she like, what's the movie star you like? What's his name?
Idris Elba.
Okay, I know it. Let me tell you something. My wife, that's the one dude I know that if he pulled up and it's her birthday too, she gonna say, babe, I ain't gonna give him nothing, but can I go? I already know. She ain't turning down no date with him. But you know what was so amazing? That she was honest with me about how she admired this guy. This was her fantasy. She ain't gotta live it, but it was her fantasy. And she was able to be put in a position to talk to me about it. So I thought that was so cool. And my wife allows me to do the same thing. She do. She allows me to talk about the things that I like to do. Like I said, it's been real crazy. So, how has it been, you being married to me?
Wonderful. We have our ups and downs. We're not perfect. Like you say, we may not have the perfect marriage, but we have the perfect love.
How about that?
And we're just happy. I mean, we just do what we do and enjoy what we do. And
we try to do it with respect.
Exactly.
In your relationships, you're going to find times that things are not going to go the way you want it to.
Exactly.
One of the things that Zena has been very, very adamant about is me listening, hearing her, hear what she says. A lot of times I'm let me tell you, this is what's up. Yada yada. She said, first of all, lower your tone. She said, lower your tone, and then calm down and hear me. So it took me a few years to get to that point.
Which I had a huge problem with him doing that. So that was one of the things that kept me closed and humble and wouldn't talk to him at times. But it took him a while, and he came around, and that's what make our relationship is what it is today.
Yeah, because actually I realized after talking to some of my female friends, as I told them, they said, listen to your wife. Don't be talking down to her. Don't disrespect her. You got to hear her, because she has things that she wants to happen just as well as you. And as we know, in a marriage, it's not 50-50. It's 125. It's 125 on both parts, not 50-50. And I'm going to tell you, when you do that 125, believe me, if you always go to the 125, you never go wrong. I don't get into no Valentine's Day. Nah, every day Valentine's Day. I buy my girl flowers Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in June, or July, September, it don't matter. I don't need to wait till February 14th to be doing that. I tried to do that a while back. Oh, actually, I tried to do it this year, right? I had bought her a little necklace and hid it. And this is relationship now. Check this out. This is some serious stuff. So I bought it in February, like February 15th. I wanted to give it to her so bad, but I was waiting for the holiday to tell me when I could give my wife this necklace that I bought specifically for her for February 14th. But right around the time when this was going on, God bless his family and everything, and my condolences to his family. We lost Kobe Bryant and his daughter. Yes. And I was so emotional over that. That did something to me. I said, babe, I got a confession. She said, what's that, sweetie? I said, it's something I bought for you. I can't wait till February 14th. I need to give it to you now. I'm not promised tomorrow, and I don't need nobody to dictate to me when I'm going to give you a gift, or when I'm going to tell you I love you, or when I'm going to give you flowers. So I ran upstairs and got the necklace and gave it to her.
It was beautiful. I wish I had put it on. It was beautiful. It melted my heart.
So, in relationship, remember that it's not always about you. Think about the other person. Sometimes what I do is when she really, really makes me mad, and she does, because my wife can do some things, I'll be like, why did you do that? This is man talk, right? And she'd be looking at me like, I ain't mean to. And then I'll walk away, and then I'll just sit down and I'll start thinking, man, what if something happened to her? What if something, most of the time I immediately get up and just go in there and grab her and hug her. She'll look at me and she'll hug me back. And she'll do the same thing. I just think that, let's just not be selfish. If you got a relationship with a person on your job, in the club, your neighbors, work on your part. Don't worry about their part. Do your part, because that'll make a difference. So I don't want to be real long-winded. We were supposed to call.
We're supposed to call someone, but before I do that, I want to read Mark Durrett.
Okay.
He says, dating in a relationship is a factor we have gotten away from. Keeping the fire lit, that's very essential.
Read that again.
Dating in a relationship is a factor we have gotten away from. Keeping the fire lit, that's very essential.
That's true. I like that. Now, his name is
Mark Durrett.
Mark Durrett. I appreciate that, Mark. Now, let me tell you something that was so positive about that. See, the fire that you lit in the beginning is the fire you got to keep burning. Mm-hmm. See, I got 2 fire pits in the yard, right? And one of them I get out there and I want the fire to get real, real big. But I got to make sure I got enough wood, and I got to keep feeding it, or the fire go out. Same thing with your relationship. You got to feed it. And then that, what you got to do is you got to go to each other and talk about your wants and your needs. Don't be afraid to tell your partner what you want. I told my wife, she's going to get mad because I tell you, I'm going to put this out there, but I'm sorry. I love when my wife wears some white.
Don't you dare.
I like when my wife wears white garments. Okay? And I tell you.
Scares me sometimes.
So when she the other day, you know, I don't know, just out of the blue, I was tired as I don't know what, and she had the white stuff on, and she was looking at me like, okay, you don't see this? And finally she just had to bust out and say, look, I'm taking this off right now because you ain't paying no attention. But you know what was so amazing? Oh man, after I realized what she did, the heat between me and her built up so powerful that all I needed to do was hold on to her and go to sleep. I didn't have to make love to her because the love was already made. It was already done because she paid attention to something I said. Relationships is based on you doing your part. You got to do your part. You got anything else to add to that?
He's correct. It's the fact that I did it. Is what he had asked of me. He'll tell me different things at different times that he liked. Even if he sees something on a woman, he'll come on and he'll say, oh, I saw this such and such on this woman and it looked really, really nice. And I said, go buy it. And he go get it. And I put it on and I rock it.
I mean, that is something. That's something else that I have to give her credit. She was always told me that before I do anything outside of her, I always come to her and give her the opportunity to do it first. She says, as my wife, she knows she needs to satisfy me, keep me content, and provide for me at her best, the best she can. And I put it to the test on many, many occasions. And each time she does come through, and I pay attention to her. See, like I know she loves flowers, so she don't never know when she's gonna come in and see them. I just have them sitting on the table, or sitting when she comes through the door, and she gets so tickled, and she be like, "You got to be kidding me! Oh, they are so beautiful!" And I just walk on away. Sometimes it be June. I say, "Happy Valentine's Day, baby! Happy Valentine's Day!"
It's
you know.
Beautiful.
So. Again, what we're trying to do is we want to make a phone call, and we was talking to a young lady, and it was just some of the stuff that she was telling us just had me going.
Hi. We have Susan. Susan?
Can she hear you?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You know what? Let me see something. Put it on speaker.
Phone connected.
Are you there,
Hello?
Susan?
I'm here, but I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Why can't you?
Can you hear us?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, and we can hear you too. First of all, Susan, I just want to thank you again. Susie.
Yes.
I'm sorry, baby.
No problem.
You know, I get excited when I'm in front of this program here. Susie. First of all, that message you gave us the other day, we thought was amazing. When you was talking about, you know, we both have to listen to each other in order for us to move forward. Could you read what she said again?
Understanding is real when you both listen to each other.
Could you elaborate on that a little bit for me?
Well, as long as if I'm talking and you're not listening, then what I say falls on deaf ear. And if you're talking and I'm not listening, it's on deaf ear. So we need to stop and pay attention to what each other's saying and realize that we're not going to see things exactly alike. So it's okay to be different as long as you listen. So I understand where you're coming from, you understand where I'm coming from, and then we can discuss it.
How about that? And it doesn't matter what the conversation or what it's based on. We just have to listen.
Yeah, no matter what, if I walk in, I mean, you should be so in tune to your partner that there's a look we have when things are wrong or not going the way we are or where it's supposed to be. And so if I stop and say, what's wrong? How can I help? At that point, you stir the other partner to turn around and tell that partner what it is. You have to listen to it because it may not be what you feel, what you think. But how are you going to be in tune with your partner if you're not willing to listen and try to feel, understand where they're coming from, even if it's not what you see?
That's right.
That's powerful.
I like that. That was one of the things I had to really learn to do was to listen and not be judgmental. Because,
People think because you talk that they're listening. I hear you. You hear sound, but you're not listening. To
Right.
listen is to try to understand what the other person is saying,
Right.
where they're coming from. And
Yeah.
it's okay if I don't see what they see. The only way I'm going to know if I ask questions.
how about that? That is so
And if I'm not
powerful.
willing to ask a question, then truly I'm not listening because how would I know? How would you know that I hear you? Even though I don't understand what it is, how would you not hear if I hear you if I can't come back and say I understand or I don't understand?
Oh man, that's right. That's right. And it's so true. That was one of the problems that Zena had with me early on, because I am a somewhat of an aggressive individual, and I try to take charge on a lot of things. And sometimes she'll say, "Stop!" But you don't hear me. And I say, "I heard you." And I said that only to shut her up so that I could keep moving because I already had in my mind what I wanted to do. But the problem is that the same problem reoccurred because I wasn't really listening. I didn't really hear her. You know, I heard sounds, but I didn't take in what she was trying to relate to me.
And when you do that, then there's no communication. If you're communicating, but you communicate to me, you communicate to yourself. Because if I'm not responding to the question that you were asking, if I'm not responding to you that I understand or I don't understand, can you break it down a little more for me? I'm not on the same page. Then you hear, but you're not listening.
Yeah.
You know it's all
It makes you
wrong.
feel like you
can't
don't
know it's all
matter.
wrong, but you're not listening.
How about that? Zena
It
just said,
makes you feel like you don't matter, or no matter what you feel, anything you feel, it just doesn't matter when you're not being heard.
that's so powerful. Susie, right?
Yes, Susie.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I again, I appreciated the fact that you tuned in the other day and then you gave that powerful comment. And sometimes it's just the little things that you say can mean so much. And me and my wife actually was able to talk about that, and which made us want to do this segment back on relationship again today. And I convinced her to join in with me. So Susie, I really appreciate you. And I'm looking forward to, once we get out of this situation, I would love to have you come in and just sit down and we dialogue and you share some information with me on some of your thoughts or on some other things. Would that work?
Love to. Love to.
Okay. Well, remember I said that and I try to be a man of my word. So I want you to stay safe and stay blessed and wash your hands.
One more thing I would like to say. You keep doing what you're doing. The person that I met many months ago, I saw what a real man will do or try to do. And you epitome of what I consider real. Your talk. And I talk to your wife from time to time. Her talk. And so I'm saying there are two people, even if they don't agree, they agree to listen. And so when you were talking the other day, that made me believe anytime you're willing to be accountable for what you are doing and stop pointing the finger at somebody else, whether it's your partner, your wife, or whoever, then you want to move the road to being good, a great couple, regardless of what your status is.
I thank you for that because when we chatted a little bit and you gave me the compliment, I received it to say that I will continue to try to be a better person as well. And I'll continue to do Real Talk because Real Talk is what it's about. Let's keep it real. We dealing with the facts, not fiction. We dealing with the reality of what's going on.
True. And now that's 100.
My girl, I talk to you. Thank you so much.
Susie.
Okay, y'all have a great, wonderful evening. Be safe.
You do the same.
Okay, bye-bye.
I'm going to get one more caller on the line if I
Okay.
can.
I don't know what, my wife ain't drinking no wine. She ain't eating no cheese.
I have sipped. I've sipped. That's because I haven't had dinner yet. And this is actually a sample of our Friday nights when we're at home. I will lay out a cheese platter, crackers, and this is not for show off. This is what we actually do when we're at home. And even when I have friends and stuff to come over, we drink, have wine, and eat cheese and crackers.
Can I throw a shout out to some of our friends?
Sure.
We have some very, very good friends of ours, Faustine and Charles, Desi and Troy. We sit down and we talk about things as a couple. They have really, really been a blessing in my life. I just know that a lot of times when I watch them, it helps me to grow. They've been a very good supporter for me and my wife. I can call either one of them brothers, and you know they keep it real with me, and I appreciate the love and respect they give me. We love them.
We love them so much.
We have some other friends that we would like to shout out. They got a sister, a girls page. Some of your girlfriends who I know help you in some areas as well.
Oh yeah, we have a sister girlfriend page, and like you said, it's all us girls, and some of them are not married, but they're on there. I'd like to shout out to Erica and her husband, Magda, and she just recently got married.
Magna.
Congratulations to Magda.
I don't know if you listen to Magna, but Magna is another one who normally jumps in, and she's a beautiful, beautiful person. And that brother that married you, he got a diamond. I say that to you, my brother. I respect you that you stepped up to hold on to your blessing, okay? Because she's a good woman.
And congratulations again.
And congratulations. We really, really are happy for you.
And we cannot forget Tawana.
Tawana.
Yes. That's my girl. She gives her that great inspiration on our sister girlfriend page.
Tawana, you something else. I can hear Zena all the way downstairs in the living room listening to you as you giving them you just sharing that powerful word. That is amazing. You are a very, very, very strong black woman, and I take my hat off to you. I would take it off, but I ain't comb my hair.
And I also want to thank Willie.
And Willie.
As well.
Willie is actually our cousin. She's my cousin by marriage, and Zena's blood cousin. Let me tell you about Willie. This is another relationship. See, this is what I'm talking about, relationship. Willie would give you the shirt off her back.
Yes, she would.
Sometimes when she giving it to you, she need to just slow down and take care and keep it on and keep it moving and take care of herself. But you can call on her and she'll come through every time. She may not be there when you want her, but I'll tell you this, she'll be there before it's too late. And that's real. Love you, Willie.
And also, my very dearest best friend for over 30 years, Rachel Pope.
Oh, yes.
And she has a fiance, his name is Sam. I'm actually about to see, and hopefully I can get her on the line.
As you notice, it's going a little longer tonight. And so I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in. Again, you know, a little wine, some cheese. You know, I'm enjoying it. She ain't eating it, but I am. And God is good, you know?
Rachel?
So, you're not supposed to talk with food in your mouth, so just give me a second. That's some good wine. But again, if any of you out there struggling with your relationships, remember, it's not about just you. Your relationship with your family and friends. You know, I've been struggling with some relationships in my family. I can't strive off the negativity. I can't do that. I do my part, keep it moving. I pray over it, and I just keep it going. That's a relationship that's between me and God, and their relationship is between them and God. And if I try to make the relationship right and they don't want to participate, that's okay. I ain't mad at you. I love you still. It's the relationship that I have with God that puts me in a good place. Sometimes you can love a person from a distance. That could be the relationship that you have.
Hello.
But it's all about being respectful. So, again, it's about making sure that you do your part in the relationship. Hello, I think we got another person get ready to join us. Miss Rachel.
Yes.
Hello, babe. How you doing?
I'm awesome listening to y'all.
You are another lady that very, very strong in our relationship, because we both have a relationship with you. That Zena is your best friend for over 30-some years, and I had to get approval by you. I remember when she first met me and hung out with me, that I guess what she did, she was like, check him out, Rachel, and see if he was all right. And
Right.
and here we are, going on 12 years.
Yes.
But Rachel, I thank you also because of your relationship that you have with my wife. We don't see you all the time, but I know that you're always just a phone call away.
Yes. Yes.
And Rachel, very quickly, can you tell them a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Well, I am Rachel Pope. I am an artist here for the metropolitan area. I use art in different levels to educate, as well as to educate them about grants and arts and education in the school system. I work with senior citizens to build healthier homes. But lately, since we've been quarantined, I've been doing facials for changing my face, using art and makeup and face painting, educated about history of different characters that I become, to bring family together at the dinner table, wherever they may be, to see if they can get who I am. And I do illustration for kids as well on my face to see if they can guess the character I am for his cartoons and things that they like. You can find this on my Facebook page called Queen Rachel's Creations. My YouTube channel is under Rachel Pope. You can go look at some of the Who Am I playlists, and your family can sit there and guess who I will become and listen to the story.
Well, hey, Rachel, you, again, your relationship that we have with you is amazing. We thank you so much. You've always, actually, Rachel was also a co-host on Real Talk when we was in the studio.
Oh, yes.
And actually, that was the time when I had my mother on there, and we had Uncle Buck from the Party Crashers was on. Y'all need to.
I enjoyed that.
Y'all need to go check that out. Check it out on YouTube. Rodney Grimes, PTP. If you put that in, you'll see where it come up. Everybody know Uncle Buck. I mean, amazing guy. He's actually one of my family members. I love him dearly. I don't say his real name because a lot of people know him just as Uncle Buck. But I'm going to say it anyway. His name is Anthony Ellison. That's my man. I love you, Anthony. So
I would like to vet you back on your guest that was talking about listening.
okay.
And also I want to add a little bit more pertaining to relationship, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
For the people that's listening. In the health industry that I do, working with people to relax their mind for the body to follow. But she spoke about listening. And being an empathic listener, I heard what she said, and she's absolutely right, because when people not really hearing what you're saying, You sit back and you take in with an open ear, using your heart. Okay, use your heart to hear and listen and apply. So when a person is finished, you got to sit there and wait till they finish. And then you, the listener, will reiterate the things that you heard and to make sure that you understood what you had heard, to reconfirm that. So that's one part of the empathic listening that we all should be doing, going back and forth to have a great dialogue of understanding each other and respecting what you're saying. And then when you have a suggestion, the word is suggestion, to offer to the other person, they have to be willing to take that in at that time. And if they're not ready to hear that, you need to respect that, and they'll come back to you to receive it when they're ready.
Hey.
And that's the part that I want to apply to the listening skills.
Wait a minute, and I like that. That last part, I want you to repeat that again, because like you said, not all the time when you try to relay a message will a person be ready to receive it. And you have to give them that respect to say, okay, if they don't want to receive it right now, you can't get mad.
Exactly.
That's powerful.
And
I like that.
you like that. And so then, get to the relationship, listening to the both of you. I just want to say, I am so proud of y'all too. Y'all been at King a long ways. And Rodney is right about everything he said, concerned about when he came to me. And because that's my sister girl right there. We go down all those years. And Zena, I had never went out of line to argue at each other or tore each other down.
In all the 30-some
If there
years.
was a disagreement, we would talk about it.
Exactly.
And we would share suggestions on how to improve whatever the situation may be. And that's hardly ever. Anytime so far we haven't had a disagreement or anything.
Never.
What I want to add to that is this, from a wise lady that I heard her say this. When we get into a relationship, okay, at the beginning, you are, let's say on the female point of view, it goes both ways. So you realize that this young man had been raised by a mother as a son. And when a young man leaves and he's supposed to be on his own or whatever, and he go on his own to be his own man, and he run into a mate, that female mate needs to raise that young man, the young boy, into the man and king that she desires for him to be in their relationship. And it goes the other way around as well.
That's right. And that's where when you talk about that, those are, see, this when we talk about relationship, that just shows you that relationships is not just based on a man and a woman. It's man to man, woman to woman, man to child, mother to child, grandmother to grandson, whatever. And
yes, because we all have different desires of our heart, of what we want in our life. And some people have no clue what they want out of their life. And that's when you have to study their behavior, study who they are, have become, and see if that blends with your spirit.
How about that?
Spirit is the most important part of your shell, because that's the part that has to have joy inside.
I thank you so much, Miss Rachel. You are amazing. We love you so much. I thank you. You've always been a very, very supportive individual. We have to work better on supporting ourselves. And let me tell you, Rachel is one of the most talented females you ever want to meet. I'm talking, matter of fact, we're going to have her over here once this thing died down. She's going to do the makeup on Lady Z, who is the
social butterfly.
The social butterfly. Remember that, the social butterfly.
Coming very soon.
That's coming real soon. Rachel's going to show you her skills.
You're want to see her skills.
She is phenomenal.
I'm going to transform.
She's going to transform her into the social butterfly. And Rachel, one more time before we get ready to shut down. How can they get in touch with you and see some of the things you do?
Okay, well, they can, once again, the Facebook page, my business page is Queen Rachel Creations with an S. Okay, we are doing this look by donation. I have a patron page. It's under Rachel Pope. And I also have Cash App with Kits for Kids. I can put it in the link if that's okay.
That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Yes. Hey, please do that. Matter of fact, Zena just told me, I think we're supposed to do something. We won't be able to do it until Saturday, but I promise you we will be donating something toward your project. So I'm saying that verbally, so I will have to be a man of my word. And please put in the information. Just put it in on, tap it in, and hopefully everybody else would do something to help support Rachel and her project and where she's going, okay? I love you. I love you.
Love you.
You guys, I appreciate it.
Okay, baby.
As well.
I love you. I wish I was there to have a drink.
Don't worry, I got you.
I'm glad you said that because I'm getting ready to fill my glass up.
I got you.
Mine's is already gone. So I'm getting ready to fill mine's up, Everything is really, really nice. Again, I just want to, thank everybody who tuned in. Let me tell you, this is a great opportunity for us to share some information, and hopefully you received it in a positive way. I thank you, my wife, for coming on and supporting me. And I hope I can get her to do it again. Once things go back to hopefully normal, we'll be able to move forward and do. I can actually have some other guests come in as well. Alice, again, who is my partner.
Thank you, Alice.
We thank you so much for
your
input.
Alice.
Yes, we thank you for your input. Please go and check us out on YouTube. It's Rodney Grimes, PTP. You'll see that it was Real Talk with Rodney Grimes and co-host Alice Williams. And all the time and every time, the backbone of everything that I've been doing over the last 10 years, 11 years, 12 years has been with Zena Grimes, who has been with me and trying to bring the best out of me. And let me say this. This is my third time, my first marriage. I can't say anything negative about my first marriage because I got two beautiful sons out of it. And their mother is a beautiful woman. Whatever problems we had, that was then. Because our relationship wasn't where it was supposed to be. Because I, not her, I'm not going to speak on her part because she dealt with her part. What I contribute to it, that was my lack of knowledge, information, and not at the time having the spirit that I have and the relationship that I have with God to this day. My second marriage, same thing. Got a beautiful daughter out of it. And her mom, lovely lady. It just didn't work out. Things kept it moving. But let me tell you, when you ask God for something, you better be careful what you ask for. And be specific about what you want. One day I was sitting down and I dropped to my knees. And I tell you, prayer works. I prayed for this woman. I didn't know her name. I just knew what she looked like. I knew I knew how her kiss was gonna feel. I knew that she was gonna love me endlessly. I knew that we was gonna be put together because when I dropped to my knees and asked God that day, and I never will forget it, even though I was in a relationship, the relationship wasn't where it was supposed to be, and the lack of the knowledge on both our parts. There's two sides to every story. Her side, my side, and the real side. And but God bless me. Rodney Grimes, PTP, People, Power, Positive People. I love you. I know we was in there a long time today. I thank everybody that tuned in. Again, special.
I gotta stop you right here. We gotta give Anthony Peterson a shout out. He says, "Don't forget your Baltimore family." So.
Oh, that's right. Hey, Anthony Peterson. Hey, my brother. Thank you so much. Much love and respect to you. Yo, hey, this love is all over. I got a brother up in Chicago, Milton Wright. he hit me up yesterday. I don't know if he tuned in today. I got another brother that's in Ohio, Melvin Wells. These my Marine Corps brothers. Hoorah! You know, Simplify, baby, Simplify.
Bessie Paget and KK.
KK.
They're in South Carolina.
Brian, our cousin Brian. Oh my God.
Amber Orange, Tay, Sam, thank you for watching.
Hey, we love you.
Monte and Millie.
Hey, that's my son. Yo, you don't know. Hey,
Wanda Berry.
Wanda, love you, baby. Love you.
I'm trying to catch all of you.
I mean, we just really appreciate, you know, this. Yesterday, it was a few other people that tuned in. Bonnie Ross, yo, love you. I see every now and then. I don't know if you were on today, but I appreciate. I had quite a few people from Old Town Alexandria who would tune in, and all I'm saying is let's support one another. Let's keep growing forward and moving things in the right direction. I love everybody, and this is not about me. This is PTP, people to people, power to power. Positive thinking people. See ya.